Hey guys, welcome to the Midnightgrabbag podcast. My name is Spunkytaylor, the host of the Midnightgrabbag, and here
I'm Stephanie, and I am going to be your co-host for tonight.
and we have our special guest.
And I am Myuu, a dark piano horror composer. Hello, everyone.
Hey. So, this podcast is all about the spoopy and spooky stuff going on Halloween, since it is Halloween when this is posted, but actually it's Friday the 13th right now, so either way it's gonna be spooky. So we thought about this podcast that we talk about what is Halloween and how our culture is different with Halloween. So how you guys celebrate Halloween, Luigi?
I'm from Germany, so Halloween is pretty new here in Germany. We haven't really celebrated until a few years ago. It wasn't in our culture. It is an American thing, but it was so cool for the younger people that it was brought over, and now it really is in our culture. So it only started 5 years ago or 4 years ago that really little kids came to the houses and asked for trick or treat. But I didn't have this in my childhood. I'm 28 now, but in my childhood we didn't celebrate Halloween. We know that it exists, but we didn't celebrate it. But now we do, and I'm really happy about it. We got it late, but I'm really happy that we have it now.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting that's interesting that it just came in late like that. Cause I always remember my first costume being I was a Minnie Mouse. No, wait, I wasn't Minnie Mouse. No, I was Mickey Mouse because I said I didn't want to be Minnie because it was pink. So I was Mickey Mouse. Actually.
I was a witch.
Mickey Mouse with sunglasses because I passed out in my first Halloween. I slept there the whole day. My parents is the one that said trick or treat for me while I was passed out in the stroller. Best Halloween ever.
I was a witch all the time.
When did you change?
Middle school, when I turned into a vampire, and then Little Red Riding Hood, the dead version.
The dead version.
Oh,
so Little Red Rotten Hood, basically.
Yeah.
I had a different costume every year. My family has a whole album of all my costumes because we never bought any from the store. Everything was all homemade.
Nice.
But it was always well-known characters. My favorite costume was me being a butterfly because that was a fun project doing that.
Oh, that's so cute.
So Myuu, we work at a haunted house called 7th Street. Do you guys have haunted houses in your area?
We have, but they are not very common. We have one or two big ones, but they are not it's still new to us, so it's not really spread out.
Have you gone through them? Were they fun, exciting?
No, I wasn't yet. I wasn't to any of them yet, but I really want to.
You should. We understand that feeling. It's hard for us to go through haunted houses since we work at one, but on Thursday we have these field trips that we do go to different haunted houses, and we went to Nightmare on Edgewood, and that was the first haunted house that scared me in a really long time because
it was absolutely amazing.
Oh my gosh, it had 3 attractions, 3 haunted houses together. The first haunted houses was all the main horror villains like Freddy Krueger and Halloween, Jason, Michael Myers, all of them was in there and trying to scare you. And Freddy Krueger is my worst nightmare ever. And when he tried to kidnap me in the haunted house, and I was just not having it.
Oh my god!
We moved a lot faster after that.
Yeah, we started sprinting a little bit. We sprint, and then the second attraction they had was called Sanity, which was a pitch black haunted house. It was a maze that you had to get through in the dark.
Oh my god.
It was so terrible, but I loved every second.
I kept to get slammed on walls. It was ridiculous. I was like,
wow. We ran
into
walls all the time. It took us 20 minutes to get out of it.
Oh, yeah. I felt like it was longer. I felt like I was in there for an hour.
Because you were leading.
Yeah, and then I was like, I accidentally slapped an actor in the face because I was filling the walls, and then I like raised my hand up, and then there was an actor right there, and I slapped him in the face, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I didn't mean to hit you out of fear.
I didn't mean to. I was trying to feel for walls. I didn't know you was right there. There's no lights. It's like terrible. Like you have like green lights that'll pop up like once in a blue moon, but it was like.
But that's it.
Yeah. Like, it was just terrible.
They kept playing with my hair in there. They really liked my hair. And I think it's the curly factor.
They really liked my foot.
I know, one of them grabbed my ankle at one point. I was like, please, sir, do not do that.
I'm looking up at my questions, trying to figure out what to say next. So
I can tell you something interesting. We had something else in our culture instead of Halloween. We have it's called a carnival. It's not like the Brazil carnival or Rio de Janeiro. It's another carnival stuff. It's like Halloween, but in a it's not dark, more like with a lot of colors and stuff and clowns. But happy clowns, not scary clowns.
I like it.
Yeah, we have this in the springtime around April, and yeah, that's our like Halloween in Germany. Yeah, but I prefer Halloween because it's dark.
That sounds so cool. Myuu, if you could dress up this year for Halloween, what would you dress up as?
Oh, huh. I was in carnival before. I dressed up and it was like a werewolf. I really like that. I like wolves and werewolves. Yeah, I think that's my stuff.
That's your stuff, werewolf. Nice.
Yeah.
I wanted to make that my costume this year, but I don't have the artistic talent for my face to do all that. So now I'm just gonna be a steampunk pirate. And that's my friendly version, but my scary version for Halloween, it's gonna be Chucky. I'm almost
Chucky.
Yeah, I'm almost done with
Nice.
my Chucky outfit. I love making it. It was so great. Stephanie, where are you gonna be for Halloween this year?
A vampire koala.
That's a thing? I didn't know that.
I have a koala kigurumi, and so I'm just gonna put some fangs with it, and I'm gonna be a vampire koala.
Oh my god, that's interesting.
See, Halloween,
I know,
they said
it's
Halloween
weird.
can be whatever you want to be on Halloween.
Dude, a vampire koala, let's go.
Oh my gosh, vampire koala.
That's all I got. Questioning me, I hear you.
I heard it all. You hear it exclusive now on the podcast. Vampire koalas, real, exposed.
They're a thing now.
Alright, so spookiness. Like, have you guys ever played with a Ouija board?
Nope.
I haven't yet, but I want to.
It's a weird experience to do with friends. Cause I don't know if they're tricking me or not. It's like that sensible moment. It's like, is your friends playing a prank on you? Like, who's moving the board? Like, I have nothing bad ever happen to me when I play with a Ouija board. Like, the answers, you just follow the rules. Like, don't take your hands off the board until you say the word bye. If you don't say bye, you're releasing the spirits, and the board is still active, quote unquote. They say. But like, so it was just simple yes or no questions, and we always say goodbye, and nothing bad ever happened. They've all been friendly ghosts, so yay. So in horror movies, what do you guys pay attention more in horror movies? Like, do you guys pay attention to like the gore, the thrills, jump scares? What y'all guys look for in that?
My take it's every time the story must be well written, and then I really like the horror movies. So I really like the high quality horror movies who look, where do you have to look beyond? They're like when there's a hidden message to it. I really like well written horror movies.
I feel that. Stephanie?
Yeah.
Sorry, my voice chat actually disconnected for a solid 20 seconds. So, what was the question?
Oh.
Oh.
I lost. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about like what do we look, what we look at when we like watch horror movies, like what we look forward to, like gore.
Oh,
story.
let's see. That's a good question. I look forward for the costumes, actually. I like seeing how they portray the killer, the characters, and I just like seeing what in their imagination made them want the killer to look that specific way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I look forward to the ending of horror movies just to see that like you do that epic plot twist and stuff and just like
Yeah. What are your favorite horror movies?
oh god, like classics. Classics. I like Child's Play. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
I love Child's Play.
I'd have to go with all the Friday the 13th movies, honestly. I cannot pick a favorite. I just like all of them.
Oh, cool.
What's yours?
Recently it was It Follows.
Ooh.
Yeah, and Conjuring. And if you can take
I
it,
like Conjuring.
yeah, and if you can take it as a horror movie, I'm not sure. It's more like a thriller, but it gets into horror later on. It's Split.
Oh my gosh, Split is so good.
Oh yeah.
Taylor loves it.
I
She
love
loves
Split. I love stuff that talks about like multiple personality disorders. I want to watch movies more about that because I think that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Or Don't Breathe. Have you seen Don't Breathe?
Yes, I have.
Oh my god. I really like this one.
Do you guys consider like movies like Final Destination, Saw, and stuff as horror movies?
No, not really. I see it more as suspenseful.
It depends on the Saw movie. Some were horror and some were just gory stuff.
Yeah.
It really depends on the Saw movie. I'm really curious how the latest one will turn out. Is it out yet?
No, it comes out on Halloween.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. I was on Reddit one day and I just saw that was a thread that people was actually like arguing back and forth to see if like Final Destination and Saw are like considered horror movies, because people have been adding it to like top 10 lists of horror movies and stuff like that, and a lot of people said they don't deserve to be on there because they're not horror. And it's nice to read those debates and points of everyone talking about that, because I never thought about it. I just love Saw, and I always just thought of it as a gore thriller movie in my mind. I never considered it as horror, but
yeah.
Cause right now they're like debating on. There's a new movie called My Friend Jeffrey Dahmer. Like people was like talking about how that may be a horror movie, but I was like, I don't see it as a horror movie at all. It's talking about a serial killer. Yeah, that's spooky, but I don't think that's a horror movie.
It's more like a documentary about his life, kinda.
Yeah.
Like portrayed through someone else's eyes.
Yeah, his friend. Like, I don't know, I'm ready for it to watch that movie because he's like one of the interesting serial killers I always wanted to learn about. It's Jeffrey Dahmer.
I'll watch it.
Yeah. So, as a tradition of like Halloween and stuff like that, have you guys ever played one of those weird games like Bloody Married and stuff like that with your friends?
Unfortunately, not, because my friends are not into horror.
Oh no.
Sad face.
They're not real friends anymore.
I have new friends now here in this podcast.
Yes, new friends. We're the
Yay.
friends. Love horror always, all day.
Yay.
Horror is life.
Yeah. I never played Bloody Mary, I'm gonna be honest with that.
I haven't either.
That was like the one game I refused to play.
Same.
Like if we do play that, I would say we gotta play in a hotel room, like on the last night of us being out of that hotel room. And then if demons stay in that hotel room, I do apologize to the hotel. Oops, I released a demon in there. Sorry, Bloody Mary's now living room 13 in the hotel on the 13th floor. Have you guys ever been to a Halloween party? Like any funny stories with that?
Not a public one, just a private one among friends and in a private house. Yeah. That's it.
Stephanie.
You?
No, what's a party?
What's a party? The only like horror party I've ever been to is called. We have a Monster Bash here, where all the haunted houses, like industries, come together in Louisville and party and talk to each other and all that stuff. That's the only time I have a Halloween party, and we always have costume contests and stuff. But I never got to enjoy it because it's not only that it's Halloween party there, you get access to go through the haunted house that we work at 7th Street. So if we do go to the party, it'd be like near the end because we stay open throughout the whole party. So I haven't gone through it, like stayed at a Halloween party for a really long time. Hopefully this year I can, because we're not hosting it this year. Devil's Attic is.
I think it'd be fun if we could.
I don't want to host it anymore.
No, just like I want to go through it. Like,
oh yeah, Devil's Attic.
Party.
Oh yeah, you can go through Devil's Attic in like November for free for it, since we're hosting it. So yeah, partying. What's your guys' favorite Halloween candy?
Chocolate. Anything chocolate.
I like gummies, like sour gummy worms, Patch Kids, and stuff like that. What's your favorite type of candy, Michi?
I think it's like chocolate. Just chocolate. Anything chocolate.
Everyone's chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't like chocolate. I'm not the biggest chocolate fan over here. Like I take Twix, sometimes Kit Kats, but I can't just sit down and eat chocolate all the time.
So yours is gummy?
I love gummy. Just gummy's my life, or sweethearts. Always.
Taylor.
Would you guys would like to ever sleep over in an abandoned building or anything?
Yes.
Yeah. When I was little, way more.
Dude, I always wanted to stay in Waverly. Like what they call it, like hospital. Yeah, there you go. I just want to say Waverly Hospital, but yeah, I always wanted to stay there because I want to do the sleepover event before they change our whole building to a bed and breakfast.
My boyfriend did actually, and that was a fun experience. He told me stories.
All the spooky stories.
His mother's ankle got grabbed, and so she had to radio him and one of his close friends back downstairs because she was absolutely petrified.
Ooh. I say that gives me shivers. I just wanna. I hear multiple stories about the kid. Like, is it twins? A boy with the red ball? Who has the red ball in the Waverly Hospital?
It's a little boy on the 3rd floor.
Okay, because I hear twins, girls, and boys on the 3rd floor.
The majority should probably say boy.
Majority I've been seeing is twins.
Well, that's not what I hear.
That's not what I heard. No one will ever know except the person on the 3rd floor.
I'll actually be at Waverly this coming Sunday for something with my work. So, I'm pretty excited. I had family that died up there, so I feel like that should be a special moment to think about them.
You're gonna give your aunt a ring?
I hate you.
No, okay, so Michi, we was in the car. I was in the car with Stephanie, and she said, I'm going to Waverly. I'm just going to call up my dead aunt there. And I was like, wow, you're just going to give her a ring or something? I don't think that's how it works. I don't think you can just call dead people like that.
I have an Technically, I have an EVP recorder, so I was just going to, call her out and see if I got anything.
He's going to call her out like that? He's just going to embarrass her in front of all her ghost friends? Hurting bit. Alright, so last question. So on Friday the 13th, it's the most superstitious day. So do you guys believe in superstitions?
Yes.
Well, the cool thing is I was even born on a Friday the 13th, so...
Oh, wow.
So it must be a lucky day.
It's a lucky day.
I hope so.
Well, the story of, Friday the 13th, it was a guy who, was part of 13 wars and like stayed at a hotel. When he stays at a hotel, he's always on the 13th floor in room 13 and stuff like that. And he always had the greatest luck. Like he actually had good luck with the number 13, so that's his favorite number. And then when he died, apparently they said that he cursed the number 13 for anyone else that talked on Friday 13th. He cursed it to anyone. So I was like, that's an interesting story. I was like, wow, okay. Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Harsh.
It's a little hard
That's
to curse a
harsh.
whole number and a whole day.
It's like, this is mine, no one else can have it, don't touch it.
Is that alright? Does anybody have any like last minute thoughts on like Halloween stuff before we move on to the social media questions? Intense thinking.
What guys are you doing on the on the Halloween day?
I am gonna dress up as Chucky and go through a couple haunted houses.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'll be at work.
Her vampire koala.
At work.
That's good.
I get to dress up. I'm so excited.
I'm debating on like, cause I have school that morning on Halloween. Cause everyone else's classes is canceled on Halloween except my 2 classes. So I'm like so upset about that. But I don't know if I want to like dress up or not. I don't want to like trigger people in my room because there's a lot of people in my room that's definitely terrified of dolls and stuff like that. And me coming as one of the top dogs of like horror with dolls, Chucky. I don't like. I'd rather like have not everyone stare at me during that time.
I would be like, "What's up, guys? Are you scared yet? I'm scared.
Are you spoop? Are you being spoopy?"
A question of mine is Halloween a holiday?
For us, I think so. I think it's classified as that. Yeah.
Is it like Thanksgiving holiday or not really a holiday?
Nah, it's like are you trying to classify? Yeah, they count as a holiday, but you just can't get the day off and stuff like you can Thanksgiving.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but like we classify it as a holiday, but it's not. In America, we have holidays and federal holidays. That's what we have. They separated like that.
Ah, gotcha.
It all depends on culture, because there's a lot of culture. Like, there's some like I'm Baptist, and there's some of my family that's Baptist that does not trust Halloween at all. Like, they refuse to celebrate it and stuff. So it all depends on people's cultures, because some people think Halloween is like releasing the devil and stuff like that. Like, that's why a lot of people like hate on me because I work at a haunted house, because they think that is secretly a ritual of bringing up a devil or something.
Yep.
You don't know how many stories I hear from my job about that when I talk about haunted houses.
And when the kids go trick-or-treating, you'll see somebody with like I have a house in my neighborhood. They'll put up a sign that's like, "Sorry, we don't celebrate Halloween, but thank you anyways for stopping by," and they'll have like Christian books out that the kids can take instead. So we have a few people that do that. Yeah.
Or have the worst thing ever, toothbrushes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was dense.
Yeah, you know how many people, like, I never done the traditional trick-or-treat, like, knock on the door trick-or-treat. I always go into our local mall, and all the stores pass, like, candy to the kids.
No, that's sweet.
Yeah, because, like, we have too many issues here, like, trust issues of, like, people putting, like, poison in the candy, or putting, like, razor blades and apples and stuff like that.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah, we have like so many like accidents with that, so that's why a lot of people doesn't trust going through houses like that.
Even on the news people would be like, "Remember to check your kids' candy before you let them eat it. Take it home and spread it out on the table and whatever." Yeah,
and the hospitals have it's open up for people to come in, and they're like metal detected for you and put it through like machines to make sure that your candy's fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, people are crazy. Like I have to do
It's
like
weird, bro.
I have to do like a little article every year to talk about what stuff to look out for in candy. Cause there's some things that look like sweet tarts, but they're not. Like they're like the same size, same colors at it, but if the drawings on it has pirates and skull bones on it and stuff like that, those are drugs. Those are special drugs that can kill a kid instantly. So I have to like write a report about that every year to let people know that
Yeah.
if you see those, don't have your kid take him.
Oh my god, that's awful. I didn't know that. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people
People are mean here.
people
Oh.
can't respect the Halloween culture and just give us candy.
Normal
Those
candy.
are the real bad people.
Those are the real bad people. But I do remember one year I did get like a toothbrush and floss one day.
When I was like 6 years old, we actually had a house at the end of the street, and he would give the girls plushy alien toys, and he'd give the boys whistles, and that was our treat from him. Was toys.
Dude, I love it when people go through like the rich neighborhoods. Like I never like trick or treated at the houses and stuff, but I did help my friends like plan their map on where to go. And there's this rich neighborhood that always pass at the king size candy bars. Like you be rolling in candy with them. They just give you handfuls or grab bags full of stuff, and sometimes they give you money too.
Oh,
Right.
whoa! Nice.
I do go to that one house that passes us the money. $5.
It's like, can I have $1?
No, it's $5.
Oh, I'll take a $5 bill.
Yeah, I'm like a child. You're like 8 years old and you're getting a $5 bill. You feel like the richest person in the whole world.
Yeah.
I can buy a gumball. I can buy all
I
the
can buy at
gumballs.
least 6 jawbreakers with this. That's exciting. But my favorite holiday after Halloween is November 1st when all the candy is half off. So
Same.
just buy your candy. That's when I rack up on all the candy for the rest of the year.
And plus, I get associate discount, so I take all that candy and get a little bit more off.
Same, 10% for me. 10%
I got-
off. So 60% off my candy, basically.
I got 60.
It was like, oh my gosh. Alright, let's move on to social media questions.
Okay.
Social media.
Yeah, I got Facebook popped up, so let's see some Facebook question.
If you see a German one, I can like translate it if you like. I saw like 2 or 3 on social media.
Yeah, if you want to translate that, yeah, because Facebook Translator like confused me.
Yeah. Okay. Let me look it up too. Okay. Oh yeah, there's one I can't translate because it's like, what is that? Is that? Oh, not even the translator says it. Oh, it's no, it wasn't a question. It was something else. I don't know.
Well, she did say, I love your music. That's all I saw. That's all I can read on this.
Oh yeah, I think that's the one I was talking about. Yeah, that's one. Yeah. I appreciate the message though.
From Natalie Sparks, would you ever make a song that is extremely happy sounding, or is about sunshine, etc.?
Well, I actually did a happy song a few years ago for Creepypasta narration of Whimsywood. It's called Lumberjack Dan and can be listened to on my channel. I also did a few happy songs for a video game project, but this is still kept under wraps though, so I can't talk about it yet. Yeah.
Secret stuff.
Alright, so I have one from Joan Marie, I'm guessing. It has a cat picture. It's like, when did you show interest in creepy and eerie music?
Okay, this is an interesting question. If we expand this to generally dark music, I can definitely say it happened when I was in my elementary school age. I somehow got to know Rammstein's music through MTV and Viva, and truly enjoyed this music even though I didn't know what it was about. I just loved the vibe of this music. Shortly after, I also was in this 90s kid hype of owning a Tamagotchi. You know Tamagotchis?
Tamagotchi. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They're
Mine are
coming
all
back.
dead. Ha, all of them
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah. And there was even like a music CD here in Germany. It was called Tamagotchi Smash Hits. And I had to own this one. I wanted it. It was my first self-purchased music CD. And there was a Rammstein song. It was called Du hast. You know this song? Du
love that
hast.
song.
Yeah, I love the song too. And I was a kid. I didn't know what it was. Was totally into Rammstein after that. Yeah. And about 5 years later,
I found it on YouTube. And I
Yeah.
fell in love with that.
yeah, Du hast is amazing.
Yes.
And then about 5 years later, I got, after a lot of begging, because the game was horror and related and rated for mature only, I got from my parents the game Silent Hill 2. And this was probably my beginning of active listening to creepy and eerie music. Yeah. That's the story.
Yeah, story.
Hey. From, I don't know how to pronounce the first name, but it says, I think, Exosonics for lunch. What's your absolutely favorite creepypasta?
Oh yeah. That's always a difficult one. I get this question quite a lot. I can't settle just to one. It's really hard for me. One I really liked a lot is Whimsy Wood. I talked earlier, and I really like No End House.
Oh my god.
You know this one?
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's really cool, and a little bit Jeff the Killer because of nostalgic reasons. Yes,
Yeah.
because it was one of the first ones I've ever know. So it has a special place in my heart.
Just a little special. Stephanie, what's your favorite creepypasta?
My favorite creepypasta would absolutely have to be Laughing Jack, because that was the very first one that I ever read. That got me hooked. It got me into writing creepypastas and creating my own characters that I hold very close to my heart.
I really like this one too. It's really cool.
He's my favorite clown.
Have you ever cosplayed him?
No, I've cosplayed Eyelash Jack before, and I'm thinking about working on a Tiki Toby, but I've yet to figure out how I would do Laughing Jack.
Oh. Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult, right? Laughing Jack.
Yeah,
the costume.
It's the nose and the shoulder piece that he has is what I would struggle with the most.
Yeah.
This is really hard for me to answer. I like Slender Man, like classic reasons. I love Slender Man stories. And then
Slendy?
Slendy. Slendy. Yeah. And I like Candy Pop. Candy Pop's pretty. I read that story.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's pretty precious.
And then I love like Madam's story of Dr. Locklear. I like that. I love that story so much. So those are like my favorites right there. Too. Stephanie, you got another question from on social medias?
Yeah, I got a pretty decent one, I think, actually. So this is by Alex Tainter. And it's a little long, but I think it's a really good one. I'm curious as to your creative process. I am a composer myself, and I often find it difficult getting inspired or finding the right melody and harmony. Yet you make it look easy. Could you possibly share what goes through your mind when you write a song?
Okay. This is really hard to answer, but I try. To start us off and to break the ice, I'm not a prodigy at all or anything. I make music for a very long time now, and this is basically the key of getting better at anything. If it's music or sewing or painting, just do it a lot. Or writing, you maybe relate to that. You get better and better the more you do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when I decided to write my own music, I didn't even know where to start or how to craft it at all. It felt really hard for me to come up with something. So I feel you there, the one who ask this question. What worked best for me when I started is to learn songs I really, really like. I learned the left hand and the right hand on piano, and I analyzed the structure of the song. It helped me a lot to understand the songwriting then. After I knew what I was playing, I was alternating songs, like playing still the same left hand, but alternating the right hand. So this slowly but safely helped me to compose original music after a longer period of time. Yeah. And what goes through my mind these days when I write new music is separated by two different things. It's either emotional impulsive based or with a goal in mind and theoretical based. So the emotional impulsive ones are inspired by what happened to me in life or something that keeps me thinking, and I use the music to vent. And the one with the goal in mind and the theoretical based are like this. I hear a song and I think it is great, and I want to create something similar but with my own style. So I'll listen to the specific track over and over again and create my own take to it based on my theoretical music knowledge I've learned over the years. So this also helps me grow in writing, because while listening to this one song, I learn new things and techniques, how to approach new music, which I described earlier. Yeah, that's how I approach things, yes. That's my story.
And scene.
Silence.
Make it pretty good. A+.
A+. You get a gold star.
Oh, thank you very much. I hope this helped this person so that he knows how he maybe can approach things in a different way. Yeah.
Some advice from Myuu.
101. Advice from Myuu 101.
Yay.
Yay. So some questions on Twitter. So from, I think it says Omega B14. What is your second favorite sandwich at Subway?
Oh, my second favorite. Okay, I will only talk about my second favorite. Wait now. Okay, my second favorite sandwich at Subway is chicken teriyaki.
Dude,
and what
same.
Yours is the same, the second favorite one, just the second.
Yeah, that's my second favorite. My first favorite.
Awesome.
My first favorite is cold cut.
Oh.
I love cold cut.
And yours, Stephie?
I make my own sandwich all the time when I go there, so it's spinach, roast beef, and whatever the heck I put on there.
Roast beef and other stuff. Surprise me. Mystery meat.
Other things.
Dude, I'm starting to get into their breakfast sandwiches lately. I get like
They have
like
breakfast sandwiches?
Yeah, I like the Black Forest ham with white egg and bacon. It's like my favorite breakfast sandwich of all time.
That sounds awesome.
Oh, it's so good. And then provolone cheese on top of it. It's heaven. Love it. Like I eat Subway every day because I work at Walmart, and every Walmart has a Subway connected to it. So I eat Subway every day.
Oh, I need to move to America, I see. They are really scarce
I get
here,
Starbucks
so...
every day.
If you move to America, move next door to a Walmart, and there you go. You have Subway every day.
Oh, fantastic.
All the time.
Oh, do you guys have the Subway rewards points there?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, I
okay.
have. Like with the app, you know. You also have this app.
Oh, I never download the app.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But I do the rewards.
It's pretty cool.
Points. I have 2,000 points now on my.
Oh, that's like two long foot, right?
That's like a lot of sounds.
Foot long.
Our footlongs are 50 points, and I have 2,000 points.
Oh my god!
So yeah, I get free sandwiches for a while.
Oh my god, that's cool.
Taylor,
hey,
that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's
I told you I eat every day at work, and I work every day, so the points kind of adds up. I use it only for emergencies when I go out of town.
It's a good system you got there.
Save it all, and I just eat Subway when I'm out of town all day.
All day, every day.
We have to go to Subway together. Would be
so
really
I can
cool.
pay for everyone's sandwiches.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
I mean, if you're offering.
I guess so. I guess the next time we hang out, I'll pay for you guys a sandwich with my points.
Sweet.
Nice. Alright, Stephie, you got a question? Or you want me to do another Twitter question?
Yeah, I don't got any questions. I'm sorry.
Alright, okay. So we have from at My Lovely Shadow. I asked a question here, I guess. A lol. So, how did you get into the Creepypasta community?
Okay. How do I start? Okay, around the year of 2011, I was searching myself through Google. Have you done this to yourself too? Have you Googled yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I randomly found a YouTuber called Mr. Creepypasta. I think you know him.
I
A
don't know.
little
Who is
bit.
he?
Is he important?
Yeah. Is he a part of this thing? Does he do gaming videos or something?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Well, yeah, and I saw him using my Silent Hill covers for his videos. I didn't know back then what exactly Creepypasta was, but I really liked that he was narrating horror stories on YouTube. It's like a modern way of telling stories in front of a campfire, minus the campfire. You rather like you're in front of the screen, like it's like the modern way, yeah, of telling stories. And I messaged him that I can create original songs for his content, and he really liked that idea. And since then, I'm doing more and more original music for the whole horror community. That's basically it. Yeah, it was Mr. Creepypasta who brought me into the Creepypasta community. So I'm really thankful to have him around. And yeah, I think he was also the guy who made Creepypasta first on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
So, Stephie, how you get into the community?
I hung out with you.
That's cool.
Like, that's my answer.
I got into.
I hung out with Taylor and started writing stories. Ta-da.
Hey. I started because I was on my friend's Mystery Honda's Discord, and I met this strange little YouTuber go by the name of Creepy Raven. I don't know.
Oh,
a little strange, but
yeah.
I mean,
That guy?
yeah, that one guy, Creepy Raven. Yeah.
Oh,
So we just started talking a lot, and then Overwatch became a really big thing. So he invited me to the Cheers server with Mr. Creepypasta and all of them because they needed another player for Overwatch. So I started playing Overwatch with them like every other day, and then I just became friends with them, and here I am now in the Creepypasta community. Just
That's awesome. That's cool.
all thanks to like Raven,
Oh.
that creepy little boy.
Yay. Clap for Raven.
Clap for Raven. Another question from Josie Fine. What's your favorite place, and do you have a book that you enjoyed and would you recommend to others?
My favorite place is actually this, where I just speak from. It's full of music equipment and nerdy stuff I truly enjoy. Yeah, and besides my own room, I don't have a specific place, but I'm really happy when I'm on conventions. Yeah, and to the book recommendation, I wish I was more into books, but I'm bad at reading them. When it comes to stories, I'm more a manga and comic guy. Generally, when it comes to just plain text, I really do enjoy reading a lot of blog posts. Yeah.
Ooh.
And you?
With me, my favorite
Place and book?
Favorite place. I really like Indianapolis. Minneapolis, Indiana is like a wonderful place to chill at. I go there every year for Indy Popcon, and it's such a relaxing city to be at. And like the architecture is so pretty, and Everyone's just so happy there. It's like the only city I'm ever at that everyone's happy. Not gonna lie on that. And then my favorite like book. Oh gosh, I have a giant shelf of just books.
Books?
I just stick to a classic. I like Hunger Games. Hunger Games will always have a special place in my heart. I love the Hunger Games. Stephie.
I only watch the movies. I'm sorry.
You only watch the movies, gosh dang. You gotta read it. There's a lot of details that's not in the movie that's in the book. That's really great.
Okay.
You gotta read it. Or at least listen to the audio.
I need to read it.
Or
Is there a manga?
Yeah, on YouTube there's a whole bunch of audiobooks for Hunger Games for free.
Yeah,
awesome.
there is.
That's because I can't just read a book. I have to listen to it too. So their audiobooks is so great on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or
that's cool.
Audible, which is podcast is sponsored by. No, I was kidding. I'm not sponsored by Audible. Every YouTuber is in the whole world.
Yeah, I see it in every YouTube video nowadays.
I was like, I like you made it on YouTube if you're like if you get an Audible sponsorship. Woo. Stephanie.
Let's see. My favorite place would be Bardstown Road, which is a 30-minute drive from where I live, and it's just a pretty street that you can park and walk around and has shops and restaurants and just random things you can do down there.
The Highlands.
And that's just it. Yeah, basically Highlands. Yeah. The rich area of Louisville.
It's so great. It's the hipster rich area of the thing. I wanna
Where Taylor needs to live one day.
I wanna live there. I love the Highlands. Like,
I know you do. Every time we go down there, you's like, I love this.
I just love dressing up and walking up and down the Highlands. It's such a great place. Yeah, like, Myuu, you gotta come to Kentucky. We're gonna take you up and down the Highlands, and then we're gonna eat Subway.
Yeah, I'm down for
it's
that.
pretty legit. Yes.
Yes. Another question from Rainer Legwinton. Pop-Tart or toasted strudel?
Pop-Tart.
Questions.
Pop-Tart every day, anytime.
Same. Pop-Tart, hot fudge sundae is my favorite flavor.
I'm gonna be different and say toaster strudel.
Wow, okay, 7
Strawberry cream. I can't. I have to be different. Come on now.
Alright. Last question. Zabrina 101. What musical project have you wanted to do but just haven't had the time for? Also, how did you break a piano key?
Okay. First question first. For literally years, I have this project in mind to recreate classical piano songs as STALK piano songs, but I couldn't do it as much as I wanted yet. And I would love to write a horror musical one day. Yeah, that would be really cool.
That would be very cool.
Dude,
Yeah.
Get Giggles to be in it.
Yeah, well, I already talked with Giggles about that, so this will be a thing one day, I hope.
Dude, like, that.
Yeah.
I support this.
I'll be front row. I'll be ready to see this.
Same.
You get VIP seats, I promise.
Woohoo!
Yoo, yay!
Let's go.
Let's go
Yeah.
right now. Also, how did you bring a piano key?
Yeah, okay. About breaking piano keys. I have this armchair in front of my PC, and next to it is my digital piano. And I tell you, this armchair has strong armrests. And guess what? One heavy wrong move and you hit that piano with those armrests right into the keys. I did it once, and a friend of mine who sat on my chair was able to achieve it too. So yeah, I had 2 broken piano keys in the past, and I tell you, repairing those ain't cheap. Since then, I learned my lesson by being more considerate and not having friends sitting on my armchair again.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
You hear it all. You hear it all here on the podcast. This is not one of the questions on social media, but I was just curious. Like, what's your next convention you're going to, or just any future conventions you would like to go to?
there's no real plans yet, but I would like to come back to Sun Japan. And I would like to be back at Gamescom. That's in Germany here. There's no real plans yet. They just finished all the cons in the season, so
True.
give me Halloween and Christmas first, and then I will think about it.
Yeah. I was like a convention you should check out is Indy Popcon. They're always looking for guests for any type of anybody in YouTube world right now. I love Indy Popcon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where is that?
It's in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh.
If you want to take another trip back to America, I told Mr. Creepypasta about it too, and he's already like emailed them about it.
Huh. Oh, cool.
I love it there. I go there, and they hired the podcast to go there to interview the guests and stuff. So that's what I do when I'm at Indy Popcon, and it's so fun. There's not a dull moment during that convention.
She's told me very many stories, and she is correct.
There's some wild stories. Like, it was one time, like, a guy was stalking one of my friends because he's a YouTuber. That was a really awkward stalking moment, and we had to have the cops with us the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that one.
Oh, you didn't hear that story? You guys ready for story time?
Yes, I'm ready. Let's go. I want to hear.
Okay, so it was my second year at Indy Popcon, and it's my first year getting hired to do the Midnightgrabbag podcast. Like, they were just testing out a few podcasts to interview people and stuff. So there was this boy who messaged me like weeks before the convention, just trying to like be buddy with me. Like, I had no idea who he was, but he was like a small YouTuber. He had like 4K subs type deal. But he was a Minecraft YouTuber, and I'm not into Minecraft and stuff. And he was trying to ask to collab with stuff with me, but I was like, it's not that we can collab on because you play Minecraft and I don't, and I don't know. And he was just trying to get closer to my friends, and I was like, can you just stop? And he was like, oh yeah, I'll lay back a bit. And then fast forward to the first day of Indy Popcon, he sent me another DM on Twitter saying like, hey, I'm here at Indianapolis, but I don't have a hotel or anything. Mind you, this boy is like 12, and he flew to Indianapolis by himself, and he says he doesn't have a hotel and stuff. Like, he took pictures of where he's at, and he said, well, I'm just gonna sleep on his bench. And he was like, oh, can you like message a couple of your friends, see if I can crash with them? And I said, no, I cannot do that because number one, you're a stranger, and I don't want to have responsibility. So I was like, I can call the cops, or you can call your mom or something like that, so you can like have some place to be safe at. And he said, no, you can't do that. My mom thinks I'm staying with you guys. Like, cause he literally told his mom that he was staying with me and another said YouTuber. And I'm like, oh God, no. Why did he put all this responsibility? So I called my hotel's security guard, because the pictures he took looked like it was near my hotel. So I asked him if he can do like a little walk around to see if he can find the guy or something. And I went back to my hotel room and slept. And then that morning I checked up on the security guard. He said he never found the kid or anything. So I was like, oh, okay. And then the second day of the convention, I saw him right there talking to a couple of the YouTubers, trying to get pictures with them and all that jazz, and he acted like nothing happened that night. And he just kept on following them, trying to get behind the booth. He just got really stalkerish, and finally the security guards like just kicked him out. Like, or they didn't kick him out the whole convention. They told him that he just can't be in a certain area, like type of temporary restraining order.
Oh, yeah.
But he went on this whole Twitter rant and this whole YouTube rant saying that we kicked him out and we're like terrible people, saying that we didn't like our fans and all that jazz. I'm like, that's not what it meant. Like, they took pictures with you and did all that stuff with you, but they had to do the convention stuff. It was just all around bad with him. But that was like the only scary experience I ever had with that. Was just that kid. But he got banned from the convention, and he has not been back for the 3 or 4 years I've been at Indy Popcon now.
Good.
Yeah.
I think he needs to stay away.
Yeah, like, and his channel's gone, and his Twitter is gone, so He just wiped it off the face of the earth. Cause I looked it up to see if he still does stuff. Cause I was curious, and his whole YouTube channel is like all blacked out, and his Twitter, it says his Twitter got suspended. So he must have done something. I don't know. It was just a wild day, but that's how me and my friends bonded with that, and now I have friends I can't lose because of that. I don't know. It was a weird moment. It was like
They've
something
seen too much, and you can't lose them.
Huh?
They've seen too much, so now they can't leave.
Yeah, they've seen it all. They can't leave anymore. All right. Do you guys have any like last minute thoughts before we like end the podcast?
I just want to thank everyone who's listening to this podcast and everyone who followed me all these years. I'm doing this for 11 years now, and just want to thank everyone for this opportunity to be here, and thank you for having me, Taylor and Stephie. And yeah, it was a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Oh, we're glad that you came on. It was exciting to have you on.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Amazing. Alright, so at the end of this podcast, we would have like a little special performance with Myuu playing his This is Halloween. That's what it is? Yes, no? Yeah. So stay tuned to that. And alright, everybody say goodbye to the podcast.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.